Okie dokie, we have people coming in. This is awesome. If you guys, you don't have to, but if you want to, please share your video. That's great to see faces. It's kind of what we do at the dinner table. We have some pretty people in Coda, so I want to see all your faces. Hi, Patrice. What's up, Shiraz? Karen? Kim?
I actually logged on my first try. I'm pretty proud of myself.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm not like real techno savvy, so.
You're crushing it right now. Yeah, hey, we're gonna be doing a Q&A. I have some early questions that popped up, but I'd love to answer any new questions you have. Karen already asked a question. I'm very interested in getting into that one. Michelle, do you have any questions?
No, not yet.
I love it.
I just want to make a comment.
Sure.
Water plan is unbelievable. I've tried for years to drink 2 quarts of water a day and never been able to do it for more than a day at a time. And I have it all planned out. I have all my water measured, before a meal and in the middle. It's working like a charm.
Yeah, I love it. The pre-meal and then the halftime, as I like to call it.
So that's 6 cups right there, and then a cup in the morning, and then a cup at workout. So there you go.
That's it. Then once you do it another week or so, it's not going to be so much trouble. And you had trouble for how long?
Yeah, but I love it. That's a plan. I never thought about that before.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. We got a Gabby in the house. We have an Ashley in the house.
I like the halftime a lot because I tend to not breathe while I'm eating. I'm a food shoveler.
Yeah.
So halftime is great because I'm like, put food down, drink, pick food up.
I love that. One thing I like about it is that we get really used to like giving cues in the gym, like visual cues or, all sorts of different cues. And so I find like if I can get some nutrition cues in there, it's good. Halftime is something we all can understand if we watch football or basketball. It's like something we know what it is. So if we talk about a meal halftime, it kind of reminds us. And, just like we sit down and watch football, at halftime, we might go get a drink of water. We might do something else.
Yeah.
We might socialize. So
Get your snack or your bathroom.
Exactly. I think I'm going to wait about another minute or two, and then we're going to get going. I see we have 18 people here. That's amazing. Let's see. Awesome. Because, now we're losing sight of 3 times 18. Elizabeth, Ben. What's up, Ben?
You gotta talk into that camera.
Oh, I was muted. Hey, Taylor.
Oh, good, my friend.
Yeah, and this is interactive, so don't feel like you guys have to keep yourself on mute. I mean, unless you have like really loud. I mean, you'll probably hear my pets throughout this thing. You might even get the cat to say hello.
Yeah. Obviously you can unmute it if you want. I want this to be conversational. I want this to be fun. So let's see, I say we get.
Do you want to say hi, Georgia? I'm saying, what are you guys doing? We're having dinner.
Hi, Georgia.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Nice. That's awesome. Claire, I see Claire. What's up, Claire? We have a Zoom user in the house.
Your call has been updated.
Hello.
Teddy's home. Kim Jarman. Awesome. You guys are awesome for all showing up.
Jamie.
Your call has been updated.
Should we tell them our fun fact about Jamie?
Oh yeah, we should.
Updated.
This is our fridge. This is our other fridge named Jamie. Okay, I said we do this. We have a puppy in the house. What's up, JC? Anyone else have their pets? If we can get pets on this, that would be the winner for everyone. I see Dexter in the back.
This is Henry.
Let's see if I can do
I see Kim has a pup. Shiraz has a pup. Yes, we got pups. We got Karen's.
Nice.
Jamie's. Yes.
My dog's like, what's going on? She's not a lap dog.
Okay. Let's do this. All right, so For anyone who doesn't know me or hasn't met me, I'm Taylor Vincent. My nutrition business is Masters Nutrition. Within the last year, I've partnered up with Coda, CrossFit, and I've done one nutrition cycle before that was clean and lean. And this time I've gotten the pleasure to kind of program and run resolutions. So far, it's been amazing. We had over 150 people sign up. We have almost 40 accountability teams, and so far the feedback is amazing. And as we get going, I want to get a little bit more feedback, especially as we only have a few days in. If we have anyone who's done it in previous years, I'd really like to hear what's good, what's bad, what we can do better. After feedback, we will do some Q&A. There's been two questions that came up early, so whatever. There's another question in the chat box, and I'd love if you have a question between now and then, drop it in the chat box and we'll answer it. You can also just raise your hand or just speak up and I'll let you talk. After that, I'm going to introduce the bracket challenge we have for team names. That's something fun that I wanted to make interactive throughout the weeks. And I'm going to think of some sort of cool, fun prize. And then after that, I'm going to start trying food. And that might be a little weird because there's some foods here on the countertop that I haven't tried before. There's one in particular I hope that I like. After that, I plan to talk about our gym leaderboard, and then I'll try some more food. If anyone else is trying food tonight, that would be really awesome. The point of that was so that we can get out of our comfort zone. We do a lot of hard training in the gym, and I believe that we can still push ourselves outside of the gym, even in trying new foods, especially when it comes to nutritious food. Anything?
No.
Sweet. Let's get into it. I'd like to know how the first week has been. Obviously, we are in Thursday. We started on Sunday. We kind of had Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Some early feedback I've already gotten is that communication has been different or better. I'd like to know what was different than last year if you did it. I'd like to know what's different than clean and lean if you did that, and what we can do better. Anyone?
And you can either speak up, or if you don't want to speak up, you can put it in the chat box and I'll read it out loud.
Are we liking the lessons? Are we liking the daily actions? I think we have some people on this call that have signed up for like the free chats. So that's been really good to actually talk to people. Talk some more specific.
Yeah, I've been extremely impressed with like your layered approach. Cause I mean, a lot of this is stuff that I kind of knew, just never practiced in full. But really I think just your approach is just tremendous. So I'm kind of excited for that. It's worked really well so far.
Thank you. It's not completely my own. I have a certification from Precision Nutrition. I have a level 1 and I'm working on my level 2. So it is a slower and habit-based approach. I've definitely adopted it and love it. And it works for more people than it doesn't. So I really appreciate that you like that. I think in a very general group format like this, it can be really helpful just so that we can start to focus about smaller things and those things add up.
And someone else said that they really like the daily actions.
Awesome.
That really helps.
Yeah, I think some people do really well with needing just a list to check off. It's especially if it's something that means something to them. I see Dakota and Haley. Yay.
Hey.
Is there anything that we can do better so far? Are we lacking in something? Is it maybe too slower than you thought? Is there something about either the burn or the build track that either doesn't make sense or you'd like to clear up?
Is it going to ramp up? My understanding is that like this is kind of our the easy week, and then we're going to kind of ramp it up as we go. Is that
correct? Yeah, it'll definitely. So like each week, the list that we have so far, like everyone is looking at 64 ounces of water and 1 to 2 pieces of fruit. Those 2 things will be on the list next week. That we will add something next week. So yes, by the end of the challenge, we'll be up to a full capacity of like things that you're expected to do, and that full capacity is probably the exact same full capacity that in other challenges you would be expected to start with. So that way, instead of having people do it for a week and then fall off, we're building up to it. So yeah, it will. The same thing is true for the burn specific goals and the build specific goals. So while like for build is working on carbohydrate timing, so we're not going to forget that once we go into next week. And just like burn is working on water hydration, next week we're expected to continue hydration and then add something. So yeah, we're going to be doing plenty by the end, so it will definitely ramp up. I love we actually have people eating dinner. This is amazing.
Yeah, and it's really good because, like you said, you're not like overwhelmed right at the beginning, having to like think about, I need to eat water, I need to eat fruit, I need to eat protein, I need to eat carbs. And so this way you start to build those habits, you know, slowly. And then since they just become a habit, I don't know if Taylor's been drinking anything else other than water, but once it becomes a habit, you know, it's just easy to do. So adding the next layer to it will make it that much easier.
Yeah, absolutely. We have 27 people. Amazing.
I have a question about like the grocery list that you sent out.
Sure.
So like I work 8 days straight, and so during those 8 days it's really hard for me to like get to the grocery store, buy fresh groceries. And so on my days off, if I have in my arsenal the stuff that's on that grocery list, is that going to be enough for like what we're cooking or what we're talking about?
Are you doing the home track or are you doing burn and build?
I just did like the food part. I don't know which one. On track, I guess.
Uh-huh. Can you just maybe rephrase your question so I can understand a little better? You work 8 days, and if you can't get to the grocery store?
So I guess what I'm asking is, like, if we have in our pantries everything that's on that grocery list, is that going to be, like, what we need whenever we're talking about, like, what we're cooking or foods and whatnot? Like, is that what we need, basically?
Yeah, totally. If you have it in the, we're not going to go crazy. We're not going to add some crazy things. So if everything you have that is on that list now is in the pantry, then you should be good to go.
Okay.
Awesome.
That answers my question.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's move on.
So we aren't having like a make your own sushi roll night, because I was expecting that.
Sure.
I mean, if you want to make your own sushi rolls and you want to bring some over, we would be more than happy to accept those.
That's actually interesting. That's actually a very interesting idea, Shiraz, because like, what if we had like 4 weeks where like 1 week was Italian dishes, another week was like Indian, you know, is that kind of what you're, you know, talking about? No, we're talking real foods. So if you can buy it in the store and if it has an expiration date in the next month, if it's in your house, that's good. That's already a good start. Let's go on to Q&A. Someone asked me early this week, because obviously lean proteins, real protein is kind of what we're shooting for. They asked me about protein bars. They said, so does this mean no protein bars or protein powder? So what I'm always shooting for is like this green, yellow, or red scale, just meaning green, it's good, go for it, almost without limits. Of course, there's limits to everything. Yellow means like with context, it might be right. And in other contexts, you might need to like turn those down a little bit. And reds, these are typically the foods that other people call bad foods or unhealthy foods. Instead of calling them bad, we're just going for them less often. So I kind of put protein powders yellow, green. So the green part of that is that they're easy, they're convenient, and it's simply just easy to get a protein powder. And so the reason it's yellow is, I guess it's some form of processing, right? Like you don't normally see food that comes in a protein tub, right? Like that's just not what food looks like. It has a label. Now it is sourced from like animals, and like protein powders are very high quality. It has like a full, complete, let's get fancy and call amino acid profile. Yeah, those are good. So yellow, green for sure. Protein bars, I put it slightly on the yellow side. because the quality of protein, and I think I answered all this here. Yeah, they are technically processed. Obviously, you get a protein bar, you see wrappers, you see tons of ingredients, and truly, we're not sure about protein quality. Protein powders are actually tested in labs. You can get data on them. The fancier and more holographic the label, probably not the better. But we're always going to stress real protein foods. So it doesn't mean protein bars are bad or you shouldn't have them, but let's put them in their place. They might be good for you if you're not getting enough protein right now, and it's an easy way to get that up. That's really good. I also like to talk about the emergency stashers. And so I'll pull out my stashers. This is a really good idea for any of you. If you're struggling to get some of the basics, especially if you're a busy person. I have here, I call my emergency stashers. So I have carbs here, I have fruit. Like literally anytime I need to walk out of the door, if I don't have time, and this happens not every day, but many times throughout the week. Obviously, we got to plan and prep stuff ahead, but I walk out all the time. Hey, what's up, Cassie? So fruit is an excellent choice. So we always keep this out on the countertop. Anyone in the house is free to go for it. So heck, get 2 of them if you need to, if everyone likes it.
And we buy bananas every time we go to the grocery store.
Absolutely. Literally every time. It doesn't matter who goes, we get the basics. This was a cool thing. We already had it. It's not really a stasher because we're not getting it out to go. I'll talk about this in a second. But here's my emergency stashers. There are protein bars in it. See, everything in here has a wrapper. Does that mean it's healthy? No. Does it mean it's bad? No. But this is here for whenever I need to leave the house and I need food. So I have protein bars. I have portion size peanut butter because I love peanut butter. I can eat it straight out the jar. So this is portion control. It's also easy to just leave. I have portion sizes of nuts. I have tuna packets. What else do I have in there? So the point here is that protein bars might not be the healthiest food. It's not a health food, let's be honest. But if it helps you get some protein in, that's amazing. If it's good just to, if it's good for you need to leave the house, then go for it. I certainly would recommend limiting like 1 protein bar per day, maybe every other day. Just let's not lean on protein bars. We can do better than that.
It's also good to have something like that in your car. I used to drive around the state all day long pretty much. And so, I wasn't wanting to stop at McDonald's or Sonic to get food. So having a stash like that in the car is also very helpful.
Yeah, and of course, this is our stashers that's in here in the house, like she said, in the car. I also like to throw a case of water in the car. It's also a stasher. In your gym bag, a lot of us have, all of us go to the gym, right? So you can keep some of these extra stashers in there just so that you always have a chance to eat some good food. Or some food that is better than the garbage you're going to pick up through the drive-thru.
Emily said fed is best.
Fed is best. Love it. I think I have one more question here. Someone asked about bacon. Does this mean no bacon? Because they said it technically fits my description of it comes from a mama or it comes from Mother Nature. So this is true. When it comes to bacon, it's not a bad food. I love it. Everyone, it's bacon, right?
I know.
Yeah, but with almost anything, the answer is always going to be it depends. I'm going to say, what are your goals? Are you looking to gain weight, lose weight? What does this say here? I like to ask you, like, how are you feeling lately? Are you happy with your health? Are you trying to improve? And then of all, how is that working for you lately? So someone says bacon. I eat a ton of bacon. Well, how is that working for you lately? What are your goals? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to gain weight? And then here's the guarantee. What do we know about bacon? It is tasty. It's also very calorie dense. There's a lot of fats in there, and there is some protein. So you got to take it in context. If you're looking to lose weight, maybe you have it less often. Maybe you have less of it. Maybe you just say, hey, I'm going to choose something else for a while. We had one question earlier, and if anyone else has a question, please raise your hand or say something. Turkey bacon, there you go. Earlier, Karen asked, what are your feelings about having collagen in your coffee if you're doing IF? IF is intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting means we're gonna not eat for certain parts of the day, like planned, not parts of the day, and then we're gonna limit the amount of food that we eat in a certain time window. So some people like to have coffee in the morning. They even like to put stuff in it, whether it's creamer or milk, or in this case, collagen, which is a type of protein. What are my feelings on it? It depends. If you're looking for the magic juice of intermittent fasting, it technically breaks your fast. So, you know, if you want to play by the rules, that's that. But if you're using intermittent fasting as a way to eat less overall, maybe to lose weight, it might be the right thing to do. Because if it helps you enjoy coffee and you're not pouring like 7 servings of collagen, obviously no one's doing that. But like when it comes to creamer, you know, if you're going to try to lose weight, you might pour less of it. Or yeah, when it comes to intermittent fasting, let's lean on the like executing intermittent fasting like pretty often, and that might help. Speaking specifically to collagen, I kind of think it's an overhyped protein. There are a lot of other proteins which just simply provide more than collagen, and collagen is pretty expensive. Obviously, it helps with like skin, and so it can be applied targeted to someone who really has issues with that, and it could be helpful.
Anyone else have any other questions? I think Taylor's about to start his.
I don't eat a lot of meat, so I struggle to get enough protein. And
so someone today asked in the Facebook group about protein snacks. So that's a good place to start. If you don't eat a lot of meat, that is fine. There are other plant-based sources of protein, and a lot of it comes from like beans and legumes. So you can get a good chunk of it from there. You can also find like a protein powder that doesn't have meat. And so like that's good. That's one good serving. We like to say like we need more protein, but obviously there is a point where if you're having more than you are now, that's probably a good start instead of thinking I need to have a super high protein diet.
I think just being aware that you need more protein does help with that.
Definitely. It's a good first step. That means like now you can be a little bit more like looking out there on labels to see if is there a high protein option of this, you know? So that's a good place to start. If we don't have any other questions, I will introduce one aspect of the resolution challenge. And so we have almost 40 teams signed up. So I decided, hey, give me a funny name, give me a witty name, and then we're gonna pick the best one of the competition. So I have a bracket that I have made with 40, I think there's 40 teams on it. And so next week you can start looking out whether it's on the Facebook group or my Instagram stories. I'm gonna start putting like each one of these. So one of them is the front busters and work in progress. So I'll ask you for a poll, like which name do you want to vote for? And so throughout the weeks we will advance teams, and we're gonna pick a best name because there's some pretty funny names. I see some of you are looking really close, and you're gonna have to wait.
So Erin just jumped on and she wanted to know, what about probiotics?
Okay. Thanks for the question. And we have another question from Caleb. The food section says avoid bread, but the carb section lists bread as a carb to load before gym. How does that work? Love both of those. So probiotics, they're amazing for our gut health. There is a lot of research going on about it, and we're finding out basically more and more that we don't know as much as we thought. We know gut health is really important. We know like going on a weekend bender is enough to like totally disrupt the gut. We also know that there are certain foods that have cultures, and I'm going to actually try a food that has cultures tonight. So yes, including those foods are good. We also find that there's so much more, and some of those foods, like some of the cultures aren't even working for the human. But what research is proving is that a very generally healthy diet, which includes all of the things on this list that I'm pushing you guys to eat, fruits, veggies, lean proteins, all of those foods in a diet like that the people that eat that have the best gut health. So we can try to eat sauerkraut and kimchi and kefir and Greek yogurt. We can try adding those things, but generally speaking, just eating fruits, veggies, lean proteins, and some of those foods is going to be good enough for our gut health. Now, some people can supplement with probiotics, prebiotics, and they will see an improvement. So it's one of these things that it's worth trying and then say, how is that working for me? If you see an improvement, keep it. If you don't, just understand you tried it, right? But also you need to try these things for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks before you can, say good or not. Food section says avoid bread. So specifically, it actually says avoid the processed, the ultra processed grains. Actually, it didn't say ultra, but we're talking about the ultra processed grains. And if we're thinking of the food spectrum of eat more versus eat less, like processed breads are on the eat lesses, and whole grains are going to be on our eat mores. I think Michelle's grabbing some sprouted grains, which are also on the eat higher Ezekiel bread. So like, I think, and the other thing Caleb is referring to is list bread as a carb to load before the gym. So that's from the build track. How does that work? So general health, we want to eat higher quality foods. When it comes to right before the gym, we can, I don't want to say turn that health dial down, but we can go for quicker carbs, and that might be processed breads, but that's going to be used like right away. We got to take the whole context of our diet into place. So if you need to improve your health, leave the processed breads out. Like if you're training 2 times a day, you have some more wiggle room. So just understand where you are and where you want to go. Caleb, I hope that answers your question.
And also these have protein, 4 grams, 5 grams.
What you typically want to see with breads and grains and stuff is that, yeah, no problem, Caleb. You want to find stuff that has more whole grains so you can check the ingredient label. You want to see some protein because some breads have 0 protein. You want to see breads that have protein and fiber. Cool. And now's the point where I try new food. And is anyone else trying food with me? Either like say something and tell me what you're trying, or just put it in the box. Does that bread happen to be gluten-free? LOL. Kim Moore, I don't know. I have to go look.
I can look.
All right, so Taylor's eating a few things tonight. Let's look at these later. I'm gonna try artichoke first. I've never had artichoke. Also, I believe I see Cassie starting to like get excited here. If there's anything I don't like tonight, I think I talked to Cassie and she might like try to cook it for me so that I might like it. So we did a very interesting technique with the artichoke, and some of you might laugh. We wrapped it in saran wrap and put it in the microwave for 5 minutes. It steamed it up. So this is gonna be a mess because I've never even tried this. So Cassie, tell me if I'm wrong. I eat the little white that's in here. I don't know.
You just scrape it.
It doesn't taste good, but it doesn't taste bad. It needs some salt and pepper.
You want some? Or everything?
What do we have here? Is this the horseradish?
Well, your artichoke will taste better if you dip the leaf in melted butter, and then eat
so
it.
we have some horseradish, creamy horseradish.
Oh, okay, yeah, or some sort of dip.
Yeah, and some,
I always dip it in mayo. Is that good?
Yeah, you can do that too.
So this is the Primal Kitchen Chipotle lime mayo, I think.
Oh, okay.
It's not that bad. What does it taste like? It tastes like nothing good though.
The best way to eat them is in a nice spinach dip.
You cooked it like the worst way possible.
Of course.
Yeah, you need yeah.
Because I don't know how to
So
cook.
what's the best way to cook it?
Saute it with garlic and onion.
So I've never tried horseradish. Well, you got garlic. Michelle is addicted to garlic.
Yes.
I've never tried horseradish, so I'm gonna try that. So I just dip it in.
Oh, go light.
Wait, what did you just do?
I didn't go light.
It's a creamy horseradish.
That is not good. No,
Get a big spoon.
that is awful.
With the horseradish?
Yeah,
Or
horseradish
with
is
the
awful.
horseradish.
Is that a food that like some people love it and some people hate it?
It's so good.
I love
It's really good on roast beef sandwiches.
Yeah, roast beef sandwiches.
Roast beef sandwiches. I saw we had a Facebook fight in the group chat earlier. I don't know if you guys saw it about cottage cheese. We have some cottage cheese haters, and I love cottage cheese. Where do we fall on the cottage cheese spectrum? You don't eat it.
I like cottage cheese, but I'm also lactose.
Haley has a thumbs up.
Love cottage cheese.
Have you tried it with apples and cinnamon?
I had some with apples earlier, but no cinnamon.
Perfect.
What'd you say, Shiraz?
Really good with tomatoes.
A little salt and a little pepper.
On cottage cheese? I've tried that. It's actually pretty good. Yeah.
I like adding pineapple. Yep, Haley does pineapple too. That's why we're friends.
I like the large curd cottage cheese. I think that's better.
I've kind of tried them all, and just to make y'all laugh, I think I'm gonna try horseradish one more time. I'm gonna go lighter though. See if that helps. What is this again?
That's the mayo, the Primal Kitchen Chipotle line.
Aaron. That's what I thought, Aaron. Whenever I first saw cottage cheese, I saw the word curd and I was like, no way I'm ever trying that. Cottage cheese, however, that was better. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I didn't put so much.
I want Ashley's pancake recipe with cottage cheese.
What did you say, Carrie?
I said I want Ashley's pancake recipe with cottage cheese.
That's what I was about to say too.
Yeah, it's really good. We like make it in triple batches and the kids eat it all week.
You need to put that in the Facebook group.
Yeah, I'll add it.
Nice. And this is Chipotle mayo?
Yeah, so.
Primal Kitchen. They make a lot of stuff that I see is recommended in like Whole30 groups.
Yeah. So. This stuff is awesome.
That's pretty good. Yeah. And I've never had that dip either. Every time I see it. I've never been a fan of like mayo though. Not a good dip normal mayo. Yeah.
Yes, Claire, I agree. Once COVID thing is over, like huge Coda potluck. Or we keep saying like a big picnic where we can all bring our dogs.
Okay. We're going to move on to the next food. I'm actually really excited to try the next one because it's considered a superfood, whatever that means. Some superfoods, by the way, are just like foods that have a lot of antioxidants, just a lot of good stuff in it. I'm about to try kiwi. Kiwi is something that people love, and they say you haven't tried kiwi, so here we do. Here we go. Here we go.
Michelle, make sure he eats it correctly and doesn't like eat the skin.
I don't eat the peel.
Well,
How do I eat it?
we cut it, so we're gonna scoop it.
Perfect.
Okay, so
I feel like I need some sugar on here.
no.
Y'all, I have high hopes for this. Like, if I like this, there's a bodybuilder on YouTube that I like, and he's like a huge fan of kiwi.
So good. Although, do you guys ever eat like too many kiwis and then like your tongue
itchy? Yeah.
That happens to me with pineapple.
Same. Yeah, me too on that.
Apparently,
Too.
it's really good for asthma. Fun
That's
fact.
good, y'all. That's pretty good. It's tasty, but I don't know if I know like the kiwi taste yet. Does that make sense?
Like you can't. It's not
Yeah,
comparable
like
to anything.
I can't distinguish it. Oh, what's up, Lydia? And Missy. This is good. This is a really good choice. I'm happy with that. Really happy. Am I the only one? I always eat the peel. Probably a lot of fiber in there. Probably help you poop.
I don't know. It's too fuzzy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone in here? So like, when you talk about eating the peel, when it comes to like apples, I can eat the whole thing, like core and everything. And then another one is strawberries. Like people will leave a lot of the top on, and I just like eat right through the leaves.
Oh, is there a way we can like do a poll?
Ooh, that would be cool.
Like red apples versus green apples?
Well, hold on. That's a great question because I'll let you guys know what we're doing next week in a little bit. And that's,
Is it a gold or green kiwi? Gold or green, sorry.
all right. That's good. See, I'm glad we did this.
What's crazy is we have food like this in the house all the time, and he just doesn't try it.
Nope. So, although I do nutrition or whatever, I grew up a very, very picky eater. And then actually by learning more, thank you, by learning more about nutrition and actually increasing my health myself, I started trying a lot more foods. When I ate less processed foods and started eating more real foods, it took maybe not that long, actually, maybe 2 months before my palate opened up and real food tasted really, really good.
It's weird because I've done Whole30 a few times just to reset my body, and then I can tell within 1 week of Whole30 I crave a lot of salty foods, which I never do. And then I finally realize it's because of my lack of processed foods that I didn't even realize I was intaking as much salt as I was.
Yeah, that makes sense. I find something kind of similar whenever I clean my diet up for whatever reason. And it just takes like one snack, one dessert. And then for like 3, 4, 5 days later, it's like all those cravings are like, it's like picking up dust, and it's pretty wild. It takes a few days to get out of it.
The same thing happens to me. It's like literally falling off the wagon when I eat sugar, and then I'm like, I want sugar so bad.
Yeah, it takes a few days.
Well, I mean, and it goes to that whole like sugar is addictive. It's, that's why they put it in foods, because they want us to keep eating them.
To some degree, it's addictive. Like, actually, they've proven that the actual thing of sugar is not addictive, but the foods that make us overeat, like those urges, are very addictive in nature. So yeah, and especially if it's like part of a comfort routine, absolutely. Okay, I wanted to shake things up. I wanted to actually talk about next week. I have some more foods we're gonna get to it, but I want to do some administrative stuff. Next week, this Zoom call is happening on Tuesday. We're going to have some more Q&A, whatever questions come up in the next week of resolutions. And next week's game is this or that. Anyone who's been around me at a dinner table knows that I love to play this or that. It's an amazing game to play. Like, I went to some weddings not too long ago, and I didn't know the people there, but because I'm Taylor Vincent, I pulled out my phone and we played this or that, and the whole table had an amazing night. We ended up having the most fun out of anyone. So this or that is a great way that we can play here. I look forward to you guys thinking of your own. I'm going to have plenty, trust me. But I like to have some that are nutrition based. I like to have some that are fitness based, since we're all Kardashians and work out. So we can do nutrition, fitness. I'd also like to do some general ones, because once we do some general ones, we typically open up and do that. So I'll also do the team name update and whatever foods. There's already been some people that have said, hey, Taylor, you gonna try this? Like Amanda has some kimchi she wanted me to try or something. I don't know. And the plan right now is to do it live from Cassie's house. We're gonna get maybe some cooking tips, whatever you guys think of, whatever you want to know more about in terms of cooking, some skills. Make sure you go check out her Instagram. She's an amazing cook. And obviously we only have a certain number of people in the home track, but we kind of want to expose everyone to the fun side of, not fun side, the how to cook side, because I think we can all be better cooks. I think there's one part of like cooking at home where people are like, oh yeah, but butter makes things better, oil this. But sometimes what's more important is that we actually cook more meals at home. Not only do we cook more meals at home, we also gather around the dinner table and enjoy our dinner. There's a lot of health benefits to doing that too. So if we can touch on that next week and get some Sunday supper club tips, that's what we will do. So think of your this or that. Think of what you want to learn in the kitchen. And Cassie, do you have any other thoughts, or would you want to add anything that you're planning or thinking?
You're muted.
I can't hear you.
Unmute yourself.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. If you are part of the home track and have any questions about anything going on, I've been putting videos in my highlights on the Supper Club Instagram, and I believe my personal one as well. All of that stuff is in the highlights, so as you're going through the track, if you have any questions about specific cooking techniques and things like that, it is there. But other than that, I don't have anything else.
Awesome. Thanks, Cassie.
I have a question for Cassie.
Yes.
Okay, so I was looking at how we're supposed to be potentially cooking on Sunday, but I'm going to be gone at KO. So does it matter if I do it on a different day?
No, not at all. And really, like, the lessons build on one another. So this is the most basic like menu we will do throughout the 4 weeks. And then next week, it just builds on what we did and adds a little bit more to it and so on and so forth. So it's perfectly fine. Do it at your leisure. It's
okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure like if with the challenges or like if I need to be like complying at certain days or
so we love if you do it on the day, but we understand this is real. Obviously the home track is unique in the sense that it's kind of like skill based. There is some nutrition based stuff in there too, but you can very easily look at the lessons. You can make sure you go have everything. If you still plan to cook that meal, do that. You can go back a few days and then check off done if you want. Like the compliance part of it, don't get too like worried about that. Obviously, we're all here to get better in the gym. We're all here to get better in the kitchen as well.
Cool.
We just got a package. We bring that over here. Yeah, we just got a package. Actually, we're sending this to Ross. If anyone knows Ross, we love this jalapeno condiment pepper. It's like the best ever.
So good.
And we just got some in the mail. Very good. Go get it.
Amazon.
One question that has come up twice related to Cassie's home track is the difference between stainless steel skillets and I guess Teflon.
Yeah, Teflon and cast iron and all of the different things. I primarily use stainless at this point. They don't have any coating. Like if you've had a nonstick skillet, you know that after a certain period of time, like it doesn't become nonstick anymore. Like the coating starts coming off. They can put out some toxins at some point. If you cook a lot of acidic things, even a tomato-based pasta sauce will start to accelerate the breakdown of that coating inside of your pan. Stainless is it's pretty inexpensive compared to all of the other ones. It's a good conductor of heat. You can put it in the oven. You can cook it at really high temperatures. So that's what I use primarily. Cast iron is great, but it's porous, it's heavy, it's clunky. Anything that you do with a cast iron, you can pretty much do with a stainless as well. So the stainless has kind of become the workhorse in my kitchen, but I know I'm getting it.
One thing
over there wanting a popsicle. So
one thing I really liked of your answer was the fact that when you put the oil on the stainless steel, you can like see it because it's a clear palette. You can see what the oil is doing. And I already tried it yesterday. Also, I encourage any of you that are doing home track or just any track, as you cook the meals, take pictures, tag us in it. We want to see what it looks like. for instance, there's a lesson on eggs and kale, and I already tried it today. But yeah, I was like using the oil, and I could see what the oil was doing, and that was really cool. I never really thought of it before because I don't, I'm not a great cook, and I never use stainless steel. But yeah, take those pictures, tag us, and yeah. We're gonna move back on to Taylor trying stuff, and this one I'm very nervous about. It's olives, and so I might be cheating. Yeah, Karen, I know, right? Like, what is wrong with the kid? Obviously, I eat olive oil. What else do I? I'm kind of weird. I like the olive oil pan spray, which is great, by the way, if you want to like have good olive oil to cook and don't want the like all the calories. So that's a good option. So I cheated.
Is it black or green?
Say again?
Are you eating black olives or green olives?
He's eating green.
He's a green. But I'm cheating because I got the gnarly garlic stuffed olives. Yeah.
And I've got sun-dried tomato stuffed olives from Christ.
Olives are definitely, when it comes to fats, or like comes to our spectrum of not good, there I go again, green to red, olives are way up there. We're talking green. So if you can try olives and like it, or if you can include olives. Someone told me they like put olives in like in salads because you get to the olive and it's like.
And it also
that was me.
A little bit of salt.
I love olives on the salad.
So Missy said that Home Goods usually has great deals on pans if you need to score a new stainless steel one. So that's a good tip there.
I just ordered one on Amazon. I think it was the same one that Cassie recommended in the group. So here we go.
Good one.
So good.
They charge me for shipping, and I'm not used to shipping. You get so used to Amazon and free shipping when you gotta buy something it's like, are you kidding me?
Right.
Come on, Taylor. I already ate one.
The good news is that I'm following this up with something that I think I'm gonna like. No, y'all. The garlic is good, yes. It's like really salty. Maybe it's just because it's too salty.
You want to try the one with the sun-dried tomato?
Oh god, it's getting worse.
Have you ever had a martini?
If I did, I was too drunk.
Too drunk to taste it.
Yo, this is really bad. It's kosher though. Here we go.
Give it up for the Jews.
I'm gonna do one more.
Here, try one.
Look, there's lactic acid in there. Is that gonna help me in my workouts? If I like eat more?
On the salt bike.
What's up, Kyle? I see Kyle Crimmins in there. What's up, dude? This is great. Attention. An occasional pit or pit fragment may remain in the olive. All right, so this one is olive with sun-dried tomato. Keep in mind, I'm supposed to try tomatoes, and I don't like tomatoes. I try them all the time. I just don't like them. I've liked sun-dried tomatoes a little bit, though. So it'll be interesting because I'll get to find out if this was just too salty. And let's see. There's a good amount of salt in that.
Taylor, I'll try some garlic stuffed olives with you.
You got some? You are my man. Have you ever tried it before?
Oh, I usually hate olives, so.
All right, you're up, man. You're up. I'm not going yet. Here we go. Let's see Shiraz. Turn your microphone on. I want to hear you squirm if you have to squirm. Squeal. Maybe squeal.
How do you hear someone squirm?
Squirm? Oh yeah, that's not a sound.
These do not smell great.
The regurgitation face is the best.
Still,
Aaron's over there dying right now.
I saw a lot of people laughing. Oh my gosh. All right, round two. What wasn't good about it? What did you not like about it?
I don't know. There's like a weird flavor.
It's olive.
Almost like salty, dirty.
Yeah, that's right. Salty dirty.
I love olives, but I always take the salt out. Like usually I wash them a lot because I feel like the salty is not good. Maybe you can try that way. I wash and let in the refrigerator with water, fresh water.
Okay.
Maybe.
Are those olives?
What?
Yeah, this is
I was asking Rashid if those were olives. Were those olives?
Yeah, it's like garlic stuffed olives.
This one's worse. I'm sorry. This one's worse.
I usually can't do olives or mushrooms, and I'm okay. I'm starting to be okay with mushrooms, but
I don't know why I keep chewing. It's like breaking it up more.
I think it would be a lot better if you just had a regular green.
I think so too. And not all
without stuffing.
Not all like there are so many different types of olives. Like my 4-year-old wants olives and Parmesan for a snack most of the time. But he likes Castelvetrano olives, which are less salty, and they're delicious.
Your child has an amazing palate.
My family normally at like holiday things for the foods that are like out on the counter to snack on, not the dinner, not the like real meal, but like with veggies and stuff, there would be a black olive dip. And that's like one of my favorite things to eat. It's like cream cheese and black olives and
so even
garlic.
if we play this or that tonight, it's already pretty obvious to me, but if we'd say green olives or black olives, what is the answer?
Both.
I eat black olives from a can.
But if you had to live with only one forever, green or
black? Well, are you gonna eat them, or are you gonna eat them with a martini? Like green martini, black with dip. I don't know.
I'm green, just straight green.
Am I just picking this up and going to town?
Oh.
I mean, I could. All right, so I'm gonna try again for like the 100th time a raw tomato. I did put some salt and pepper on there.
But Taylor, have you tried a homegrown tomato?
Yeah, we back home in Louisiana. I live kind of
Totally different.
I live on the farm, and we have our own garden. So yeah, I've tried them, and still no.
I feel like right now is not the best time to try a tomato.
Salt, pepper, and a little bit of lemon juice on them.
Lemon juice on the tomato?
With salt and pepper, so good.
Huh.
Well, I know in Sunday Supper Club in the home track, we are talking about lemons and acid. So I feel like I'm going to learn to put lemon on a lot of things.
I hate tomatoes.
Lemon and lime on everything.
Everything.
Lemon, lime, hot sauce, or chili powder.
Maybe lemon on olives.
Maybe.
Yo, that wasn't so bad.
I actually like I'll slice down carrots and soak them in lemon juice for the night, and then hot sauce.
I think I'll finish it. So I put some peppercorn. I put a lot on there, and I put kosher salt. Cassie's talking about kosher salt too. That's what I'm saying. Is that Chief?
It is. He's jumping off the couch and saying, "Was that fancy?"
It was pretty fancy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the best tomato I've had in a while. I'm still gonna dry some dried tomatoes. Usually don't have them on a jar. I don't know. We put them on salads around here every now and then. What else have we made with sun-dried tomatoes?
I make a Tuscan Whole30 recipe, like Tuscan chicken, that calls for a lot of sun-dried tomatoes. That's really good.
I work out at the gym, but I can't open this can.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, you got it.
I don't know who just said that, but please share that recipe.
I will. I think I shared it in last year's resolution, but yeah, I'll share it.
So you can, I don't want to stop you guys from posting, but we will have a Facebook challenge. I think it's next week where we're going to share recipes. So just to give you guys a heads up, start whenever you see your recipes, save them. And this smells good, by the way. This smells really good. Yeah, that's good. Like, so if I'm gonna like talk about the point of this theme of trying stuff. It's one, yeah, to get out of your comfort zone, try some stuff, but also don't be afraid to try stuff again in the future. Because just like I've tried tomatoes 100 times, I have finally found sun-dried tomatoes I like. And tonight, this vine, 100% vine ripened. How you like that? It's halves with herbs. This was really good tonight. And so that means, like, yes, your palate can change and does, you know, it does change over time. So try new stuff, try stuff again. Try stuff on Zoom so that everyone can see you try it, so that, you know, they know. All right. We're going to take one short break, and I'm going to talk about, oh, wait, no. Actually, let's do this. I have a test for you guys. So this week we're talking about drinking water. We're talking about fruit. So I want to see everyone who has water next to them. Let's see. Anyone getting up?
I'm cheating. It's coconut water. Sorry.
It's okay. We'll take it. You're rocking. That's good. I don't know about Sandy, Kim, Emily, Casey, Ben, Shelby. I don't think. Michelle. I don't know if she's got it. The other thing was, so what you guys missed earlier was I went to drink and I spilled it all over myself. Over there, what else we have? Kefir and flax oil. I'll save that, but we can bring it over. I want to talk one more thing. We are also doing a gym competition. You might have seen it on the Facebook group. This is one way I want us to at least also bring a little more community. I have actually updated this leaderboard since I posted it. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but basically I can kind of see the compliance or participation. So yes, I plan that there will be some sort of prize at the end for the gym with the most participation. So some of us are doing this by ourselves. Some of us have accountability buddies. I guess I can talk about accountability buddies because we had a few questions about that. So remind me to come back to that. Buddies. And on top of that, we're also doing a gym competition. So if you know other people that are doing it, just kind of like be gentle, but like see if they're doing it, see what lesson they're on, see what track they like, whatever. Because right now, Cassie's club is winning, but it's like by 0.5%. So go Cassie. I think Cassie's my only assistant coach on. I think so. Shows why she's winning. Accountability buddies. So if you have accountability buddy, there's no like official thing in the app or in the platform that says like your buddies, but this is a very like just send a message every 2 or 3 days saying, hey, what's up? How are you doing? Because accountability buddies can actually win. So we have kind of like, I have a podium set up. So individual, whoever has the highest participation, it's not based on results. So we're going to be looking at participation in nutrition, be looking at participation in the Facebook group, and participation, just kind of overall spirit as well. Spirit of the games.
Like engagement. We want to see
Engagement.
lots of engagement.
I love engagement. Or something like
I'm
that.
going to try this for you. I'm scared.
Kefir?
Yeah.
So we're going to go back to trying stuff. I have flax oil because I just looked through and it was there. No, flax oil and other oils can be good. I was actually thinking about getting fish oils because when it comes to like taking fish oil pills, there is EPA and DHA, which are certain types of fats, which are really good for inflammation. There's a lot of research done on that stuff. It can be helpful if you include it in your diet often. One of the only foods it's in is salmon, like some of those fish, like fattier fish. But there are supplements as well. So saw this and I'll try this. I think I want to try this first because I have a feeling this is going to be good.
I don't know. I'm scared. I brought you a spoon though.
Thanks.
Big spoon. So this is my flaxseed oil. I like to put it in my, if I'm doing like a smoothie in the morning, I'll add that to my smoothie.
Are there any benefits to flaxseed oil versus actual flax seeds?
So one negative I would say is that it's liquid. So however much it is poured out is a lot of calories. Whereas if you're actually gonna have flax seed, like ground flax seed, I don't know if we have flax seed or chia seed, but obviously we include that in food, and there's like a little bit more like there's fiber in it for sure. Well, she'll get it and we'll look. Again, oil, if you're looking for like burn track, if you're looking to lose weight, don't go for liquid stuff. If you want to take it as a supplement and it's better that way, then go for it. That's not good at all. That tastes like, well, it tastes like that, but it's like, I don't know why I would want to ever take that. Yeah, I could see like putting it in a shake or something. I guess don't eat it, drink it by itself either. That's a lesson. In terms of the flaxseed meal, very different, very, very different actually. This is all fat. This right here, so it's 1 tablespoon. I almost had a tablespoon. For instance, has 130 calories, all of it of which is fat. So there's no carbs. Now the fats are good. Don't get me wrong, the fats are good. Most of it, a lot of it is ALA, which is really good. It's an omega-3 fatty acid. So when it comes to fatty acids, there's like omega-3, omega-6, omega-9. What we see with the standard American diet is that ratio gets all out of whack, and we see tons of inflammation. For instance, I don't know, one of the things I had, it was the horseradish. We see this with a lot of like processed liquids. Like I think if we found stuff in the fridge, yeah, can you bring me the horseradish? For instance, while this is a great condiment because it's tasty, right? I didn't like it. But like a serving, 100 calories, like it doesn't take much just to pour that on and it's everywhere. But first ingredient, soybean oil. It's not good. That's like, when it comes to processed junk, look at your ingredients. This one, the number 1 ingredient is soybean oil. Not good stuff. So like if I'm just comparing these, this is in the red, they eat less, don't eat at all or eat less. And this, if I'm going to put it anywhere, is probably on the green, to be honest, because all of the fats in here are really good. What I was starting to talk about was the omega-3, omega-6 ratio. We want to get the ratio down to like 3-to-1 or something is like that. So we want to move more towards the omega-3, just because a lot of the processed stuff we have is soybean oil and omega-6s.
Although if you do like horseradish, the raw horseradish.
I have a question, Taylor.
Yes.
So, do you know about like the like bulletproof coffee, like MCT oil? I'm on the fat burning track. I like put that in my coffee with like some ghee or whatever, and now I've just come to like crave it. So I don't know if I'm doing it more for flavor than anything else. But it's like, is that bad, good? Yes, no. I don't know.
If you were looking to burn fat, if you're looking to lose some weight, that would be one of the first. Hey, do you mind bringing this back? I have one more thing I want to say about that. That would be an early candidate for like removing from your diet. Anytime I diet, hold on, but like, let me get to it. When it comes to like dieting, if you want to get the most out of your food and your calories, we want to eat more than we drink. If it's for comfort and taste, I get it. Like, but is it helping you reach your health goals? That's just the question.
Yeah. Well, I did it mostly whenever I was doing like intermittent fasting. I was like technically breaking a fast, I guess, if I was like having that like in the morning. But yeah, but it's definitely something, at least for this like challenge, that I can like nix if it's totally derailing me from my goals and stuff, that, you know, if it's like huge. I didn't know what your thoughts were on that.
I'm not bought into the sexiness of like adding butter and stuff to coffee. If you enjoy coffee and you can't do without it, like I get that. But it's kind of an easy candidate for removing. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. You kind of said like
We'll see. Yeah, we'll give it a shot.
you could also decrease the amount and see how that goes. That's a good first step. The reason I wanted to bring the flax back is because like I had the flax oil, and there's a very big difference between that and the flax seed. Here there is a little bit of fat. This is like extremely balanced food right here. There's 4 grams of carbs, 3 of which are dietary fiber. So if there's 3 fibers and 4 carbs, that's a lot. That's really good. There's also protein here. So if you want to add some really healthy stuff to your shakes, flaxseed meal could be a really good candidate, as well as chia seeds. This is a very balanced as well. There's 10 carbs in here, as well as 10 dietary fibers. So all carbs are fiber. This will help you poop if you're not pooping. It'll also, a good thing about this is that it will, it kind of like stable energy because it has it has protein in it, has good fats and dietary fiber. So when we come to seeds, that's kind of some good candidates.
Yeah, and they're really easy to put in the shakes.
They give good texture, especially if you like Greek yogurt sort of meals. They kind of like gritty. Yeah, gives it some really good texture. So what we're trying next is kefir. It's a cultured milk, so there are live cultures in here. It's really good. I know I've sent some of you the resource, and I haven't shared it with everyone, but this falls in a green category. In fact,
and this is gluten-free, and it's lactose intolerant friendly, which I'm lactose intolerant, so I'm gonna try this. I'm a little scared.
So I really, really love this. What should I eat? So I didn't include this in the lessons, but the eat mores, and actually plain kefir is right up here in the eat more carbs. So it's actually got like a lot of protein and carbs. So it's good because of the probiotic nature of the cultures. I'm willing to bet that it would be good to mix with like protein powder or something.
Cheers.
Oh no. No. Didn't smell like what I thought it was gonna smell like.
It's not bad.
It tastes like I'm drinking Greek yogurt.
Yeah.
But it's not as strong as Greek yogurt. Not bad.
Not bad.
I can't say
I don't think I'd put it like in my cereal, but
I can't say like when I'm late night craving stuff, I'm not gonna go and like get the kefir and be like,
Right.
let's go. No, I don't think I'm gonna.
But like if you're trying to like get better gut balance and stuff, like this, this isn't bad at all.
I can actually see pairing this with like certain meals.
Yeah.
Right?
This is kind of tart.
Nothing like some good kefir at 7:08.
I was a little scared to try
PM.
this. It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
I'm also like one of those people that pretty much eats everything.
Why wasn't coconut oil on the fats, or at least not on the visible part of the fats list? Out of curiosity.
There's fresh unprocessed there. It's probably here. I'll finish it, yeah. Good question. Let's see if it's here. Earlier when we were talking about the kind of the processed oils, you're going to see all these soybean, canola, safflower, sunflower, cottonseed. So you'll see all these industrial oils. Please start looking at your ingredients before the facts. I urge you all, not because they are more important, but it's a really, really good habit for anytime you go look at a label. Even if it's just for the next week or 6 weeks, start reading the ingredients at the same time as you read the actual facts, because you're going to learn a lot more when you start seeing these oils. Once you start really paying attention to all the different versions of sugar, that stuff is in everything. If it's on a package, if it has a label, more than likely it's going to have some of this stuff. I'm not saying don't eat it, but let's start like just going for better options. Let's start shopping more around the outside of the grocery store, and that's kind of what I'm going for. I didn't answer your coconut there's coconut oil and milk right there. I don't know the exact reason. It could just be the omega, like the fatty acid profile of it. And please guys, don't take this as like bad food. These are just context. These are just, and remember, these options here in the yellow are better options than where we are here. So if, like, for instance, like for a really good example, plain kefir didn't taste that great. But what if I was down here eating lots of this stuff, like flavored milk? What if I went to something else that was just regular milk? What if I tried flavored kefir as a way to maybe start enjoying plain kefir? So take that. One thing I think is pretty interesting is that the eat some proteins is a smaller list than like the eat some carbs, because more than like more protein foods are going to be like better for you than not. Let's see.
So Shiraz wants to know if that's kombucha or milk.
What's that?
I think it falls under, that might be a Cassie question.
He's making a joke.
Oh, I was like.
Because it was like, is that the kombucha? He was making a joke.
I was like, because we do have kombucha in the fridge also.
Rashid's an old jokester.
Rashid, my friend. At least Rashid tried olives with me. I appreciate that, my friend.
Did anyone else try any foods that they haven't tried? Haley, you're pointing. What are you pointing at? Unmute yourself. Speak up, girl. Ooh.
She's got olives. I think she just
Olives. I have olives.
Did
But-
anyone else try any foods they normally wouldn't? Oh, Scotty Bacon's on the line.
Get in here, Scotty.
I have olives and kimchi, but I also like olives and kimchi, so they don't count.
So kimchi, I might try kimchi on Tuesday. I think Amanda said she's gonna get me some. So yeah, I might try kimchi then. What was I gonna say? We have eggplant on the menu for this week. Haven't had it in forever, never cooked it myself. Any suggestions on how to cook or bake eggplant? Cassie?
Is there an easy way to find those?
Oh, go ahead, Rashid. Go ahead.
I was going to ask real quick, is there an easy way to find those like red and green documents? I can't find them on the app anymore, and I know I did before.
I'll send it to you. In fact, I'll send it to everyone because I think it's a really important one.
Thank you.
I'll post it Facebook. I'll send it as a bulk message. I'll even send it as an email. I want you guys to have that because, like, in the daily lesson is like a quick list, but I really, really love the spectrum. If you can identify what stuff is in your diet that's red, look to upgrade it. Like, that's not that hard to go from red to yellow because the stuff in yellow is still pretty tasty. And then if you're mostly in yellow, start picking up some greens. If you're mostly green, that's awesome. Identify what yellows you like and why. Identify what reds you like, and then also, so like, let's just keep the context of that, and I like that. So I will definitely send that out because that's a really good resource.
So the eggplant, just like what Karen said in the chat, you definitely want to salt it before you cook it. Eggplant has a lot of water in it. So if you slice it and then salt it, all that water will kind of sweat to the top, and then you can, pat it with a paper towel or something. That, unless of course you like put it in some sort of stew, then you don't really need to do that. But a great way to eat it is, I really like it roasted, but like I said, salt it, sweat it, get the water out of it, and then you can olive oil, salt and pepper it. It's really good, like mixed in with pastas and things like that, but same things. I'll roast it a lot of times, dice it, put it in with pasta, and it's meaty. So, a lot of times, like if you're limiting meat for any reason or you don't eat meat, like it can be a substitute that will kind of satisfy that meaty texture. There was something else. Oh, it's also really great, like if you're making stir fries or pad thais or something like that, like a lot of times I'll throw, if I have a eggplant, I'll throw it in there. But yeah, salt it before you cook it.
Do you salt and sweat it for like, just salt it, let it sit for 15 minutes and pat it?
15 minutes. Yeah, you'll see that water start to bead to the top of it. And just pat it.
Question. So I think of like zucchini boats and squash boats. Can you do the same thing with eggplant?
You can do the same thing with an eggplant.
I feel like eggplant would be good for like making an eggplant pizza.
Yeah, you could stuff it with like pizza
Mhm.
toppings and things like that and bake it.
Meat and maybe
Yeah.
tomatoes.
I know one thing Michelle does a lot is if you are like trying to reduce some of the calories or maybe some like the processed breads for sandwiches, the bell pepper, cut it open and add something to it. Eat that thing like a sandwich. That is really good.
Yeah, it's my favorite meal, pretty much.
I see Scotty Bacon's driving. I don't want to pull you over and stop you for driving. I don't know if you have any questions, but feel free to share anything.
No, I just didn't want to miss anything. I had to work late tonight, so I just chimed on before it was too late. The only question I have is, I know the whole goal is, it either came from a mama or it came from nature, but one of my habits is a protein bar in between snacking whenever I'm full. I mean, whenever I'm hungry in between appointments and that kind of stuff. Is that a passable thing, or would you rather recommend like a fruit or celery or something like that? I need to try and get that same kind of energy on the way out.
Yeah, so I like that you already had some ideas of what would be better. Like the fruit is an excellent option. We talked about protein bars earlier, so I'll kind of give you the quick rundown. Protein bars are not necessarily a health food. They are good for convenience. It's good that we're thinking like protein for a snack. That's wonderful. I mentioned, see you, Caleb. Yeah, anyone feel free to leave. Like we're kind of finished, but I'm just here to answer any questions. When it comes to like some of those things like perfect bars, RX bars, they're kind of like fake protein bars. And I'm sorry if I'm bursting any of your bubbles, but when it comes to something that is packaged to make it look like a protein bar, if we turn that label around and we start seeing it's like 8, 9, 10, 11 grams of protein, we gotta just realize, I'm not saying no or it's bad, we just gotta realize this thing looks like a protein bar and it's got more like added sugars, more carbs than what it's making you believe. So again, context, if it's easy, it's convenient, if that's better than going to the drive-thru, good. But if maybe, Scotty, we also talked about stashers. If you had it on your countertop, a bunch of fruit ready to go, you knew you're going to be without time, you'd pick up two pieces of fruit, that might be better, yes.
Okay.
Now, if we are looking at protein bars, guys, let's aim for stuff that has closer to 20 grams. Let's aim for stuff that maybe has a little bit of fiber in it. Let's aim for stuff that has little to no added sugars in them.
Okay.
That's the stuff we want to look for if we're looking for protein bars.
Like avoid like the whey or the wheat. I don't know how you pronounce it, but wheat or whey or whatever it is. Avoid that kind of stuff. Just more like I think I chimed in whenever you talk about yogurts, but yogurts that doesn't categorize.
So
That's dairy, right?
Let me speak to the whey protein. Whey protein's good. Whey protein is a high quality protein. But sometimes we got to look at the amount of protein in a serving, and that's really what we want to go for there. We want higher protein in a serving. When we're talking about yogurts, I like that you brought up yogurt because there's a big difference between your like plain flavored yogurts, tons of sugar in them, guys. Please stay away from the plain yogurts.
Okay.
Just go and look at those, and those things look healthy because yogurt is the rage. Like some stuff has culture, some stuff has protein, but really, like let's go to Greek yogurt and skyr. Like those foods have a lot more protein in them. They also have live cultures, much better. If you need a middle option, look for the 000. Those have some added sugars. They have great flavor, but like look at the fiber, look at the protein. Again, I urge you guys to start looking at the ingredient labels. I urge you guys to start looking for added sugars. We want less of them. We want to look for more protein. We want to look for fiber. And when we're looking for protein, we want to look for that like 18 to 25 range instead of that 8 to 15. 8 to 15, I like to call them like pseudo protein. In fact, I went to Walmart, and I'm going to say this kind of ticked me off. There's like, in some of the Walmarts, there is a section near or in the, later Allison, thanks for joining. There's a section near the yogurts, and like you can see it up here. It says like protein snacks. So like that caught my eye. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go see protein snacks. Everything was pseudo protein. It was like 8 grams of protein, 10 grams of protein. But then if you go over to the pharmacy section, you're going to find like protein drinks that have like up into the, like the 18 to 20 to 22 range. Now, keep in mind, protein, you're not going to find high quality protein at Walmart. But I'm just pointing out that there's a section called protein snacks, and I would not say anything there was protein snacks.
Okay. Well, the Greek yogurt, it says it's got protein in it already as it is. That might be my fallback rather than a protein bar or something like that. So I'll just watch the sugar content on it.
Yeah. Added sugars. Now, be careful. There's other things that have sugars. Some labels don't distinguish sugars or added sugars, but if it says added sugars and more products are having to show added sugars, when you see added sugars and it's like more than 5, just open your eyes and just say, am I sure? Is there a better option? Again, I'm not saying no, just let's raise our awareness there.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Love that question. Ooh, we could do protein bar analysis. We got RX, Kai's, Laura. I got pure protein. Woo.
These have been, so I like protein bars more as like desserts because I really like dessert. So when I'm trying to just make better choices, I will actually have a protein bar rather than like a piece of cake or a cookie.
Yeah. And y'all, I'm not perfect. Please, I'm far from perfect. I get nighttime snacking issues just like everyone else. Maybe the only difference is I have a lot of like halfway options. I have a lot of yellow options available. I have a lot of green options available. I don't have that many red options available because I know I'm human too. I'm gonna go for them. They're delicious. So yeah, sometimes I'll get the munchies and I'm like, I'm gonna go get some, like, I'm gonna get a protein bar. It sounds so lame, but so for instance, I got a bunch of options here. I'm just gonna kind of go through them. RX bar. One thing I love, remember what I said? We can go for the nutrition facts, but let's look at the ingredients. Dates, egg whites, almonds, cashews, chocolate, natural flavors. Okay, that's an alarming thing. And then the last one is sea salt. So this tells me the ingredients right here, and I can pronounce everything. I like that. If I go to, oh guys, another important thing. Man, I feel like we could do almost like a whole Zoom just on reading labels. One thing who do I say, like the food industry, the food industry is really, they are marketing like geniuses. It's scary. When it comes to nutrition facts, one thing I told you guys to look at ingredients. I told you guys to look for added sugars, 0 in this one. This is what I was saying. Total sugars 13, added sugars 0. That's good. Why is there 13 sugars? Dates. There's dates. Dates is a real food. One thing that I didn't mention, look at the serving size, guys. There's so many times where you're like, oh, there's only 200 calories in here. And it's like a third of the thing. And that kind of pisses me off.
That gets me with pre-made salads. Because I'll eat a like bagged like pre-made salad from Walmart. I love those things, and I'll eat the whole thing at lunch. But it's like 250 calories per serving, and there's like 2.5 to 3 servings per bag.
The prime suspect would be like getting a muffin from the gas station, and like it might say like 220 calories, but the serving size is like half a muffin. And who's gonna eat half a muffin? No.
Unless you eat the muffin topping, just don't eat the bottom.
Muffin top. Serving size, 1 bar, 220 calories. I liked the ingredients in this one. Remember we said added sugars, this one has 0. Protein, it has 12. So I am acknowledging that this is a half protein serving. It has 5 grams of dietary fiber. I'm impressed. Total fats is 10. That is high. I mean, 10 grams of fat is good. But like, I really like the ingredients. I like, there's 12 grams of protein as opposed to 8. There's no added sugars. This is okay. Like, this is yellow. This is definitely a yellow option. I'm not saying it's a health. That's not a health food, but it's better than. I wonder if it's better than any of these other ones.
Oh yeah, it's better. So these are actually vegan friendly protein bars.
So one interesting. Oh, these are the same. One interesting thing here, like you can look at the front, and it says like plant protein bar. Vegan, non-GMO, gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free. The more tags it has on it, the more you should be thinking, am I positive I really want to eat this? Because like, if they're having to put all of these like buzzwords on it, you need to wake up, because that means like they're trying to sell it to you. Plant protein, like plant is all the rage in the last 2 years, like plant-based, all this stuff. So, you know, I'm going to take a look at it. It's trying to get me to buy it. That's what I'm doing here. I see the front and I'm like, they're trying to get me to buy it because it says plant. It's got vegan, non-GMO, gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free. So I'm going to check out the back. Wow. The ingredients. Tell me how many ingredients there are.
There's a lot.
This one had how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ingredients. I knew what all 7 ingredients were. It did say natural flavors. That's always interesting. This is a lot of ingredients. The second ingredient is tapioca syrup. I'm not sure what that is.
Sugar, palm kernel oil.
The third one is organic semi-sweet chocolate chips, organic cane sugar, organic chocolate liquor. Don't know what that is. Roasted sunflower seed. Like, there's some very interesting thing, and you can see like they're picking the right words so that it makes it sound healthier than it is. One thing that sticks out: protein 10 grams. There's 3 grams of fiber. Okay, 7 grams of added sugar. 7 grams of added sugar. That's a lot. Bar bar. Here we go. See what's on the front. It's got a pretty label. Makes me want it. Cashew cookie, just 2 ingredients. Interesting. I've never tried a bar bar, by the way.
They're so good.
Ingredients: cashews, dates. Okay, I know what both of those things are. 220 calories, serving size 1 bar. Protein 5 grams. Not a protein bar. Not a protein bar. Total sugar is 15 grams, which I expect because there's only 5 grams of, but there's 0 added sugar, so I know the sugars are the dates. So again, this is a tasty processed bar. No, it's not processed. Sorry, obviously it's processed. It comes in a package, but I mean, like, this is not a protein bar, but it's packaged to make it look like a protein bar. You get the point there? It looks like a protein bar. It's got 5 grams of protein. That was my only point of that. Here's what I buy. I'm not saying you need to go buy it. I shop at Walmart because I'm cheap. Frugal. Later, Shelby. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I'm frugal. Oh, did I really want to do this? There's a lot of ingredients, guys.
You might be switching protein bars.
I actually prefer Quest. There's a few others that are okay. Like, all these protein bars are processed. Yeah, even though there's 2 ingredients, even though that there's some, it comes in a wrapper, and you just don't see food that looks like a poop stick. I don't know what else these things look are. Like, you unwrap these, they don't look like food. Like, they're not. Right now. Sorry, Haley. Justin's laughing. A poop stick. I hope you guys remember that. This is what I get. Sorry. Yes, the ingredients, there's a lot. There's some, I don't know what they are. Oh, caramel is added for color. Not great. Because it's a chocolate peanut caramel. See that? Like, they put a flavor on there, and caramel is only added for color. The last ingredient is carrageenan. I don't know if anyone knows what that is. At least it says protein blend, and it says milk protein isolate, whey protein concentrate, whey protein isolate, soy protein isolate. So I at least know that there is higher quality protein in this because it's listing the types of protein than this because it just has protein on it. Let's look at the nutrition facts. For 190 calories, there's only 6 grams of fat. There is 20 grams of protein. So I'm getting a full gram of protein. And sugars, there's less than 1 added sugar. There's 8 grams of sugar alcohol. That's how it's sweeter. That's how there's less calories. Sugar alcohol is another rabbit hole I don't want to go down. So again, not a health food. Not a health food. It's a poop stick. Sorry, Gabe. It has a full serving of protein though. What else? I still got kefir.
I had to take out the.
This is Kai's cookie dough. Isn't Kai's local?
Yep, they're in Oklahoma.
No one from Kodo is related to Kai's, right?
I don't think so.
I'm just kidding. For extra deliciousness, try cold.
There's 8 ingredients.
There's 10 grams of added sugar. I've seen enough. There's only 10 grams of protein in this, what looks like a protein bar. Let's see what they call it. Kai's cookie dough life-changing bar. Change lives. Each bar helps those in need. Okay, so they are selling this. It's a poop stick. It probably has good flavor. It has 10 grams of protein, so it's pseudo protein. But see, they're making you think like, hey, you buy this food, we're donating it. So like, you're doing good by eating our. You know what I was gonna say. Ingredients. Very small. Hard to find this one.
Here, I had to use my phone. I've gotten to that age where I have to like use the flashlight.
The ingredients are like kind of like eh. It's made in Oklahoma. Cool. Now, I mean, I could eat any of these and they're probably delicious. So like, let's keep it all in context. These aren't going to be what helps me build muscles just if I ate these. But if I'm having trouble snacking at night and this is going to keep me out of the ice cream tub, go for it. That's my point. Now we just have all these protein bars. We got to get Georgia down too later. Ashley, thanks for joining. Bye, Georgia. I'm here if you guys have questions. Otherwise, drink up. Later, Claire.
Taylor, what about the grub bars at Coda?
The grub bars. I don't know. Never had it.
Oh, they're just at the bottom. I have one. I'm really sad about Perfect Bars, but I know that. I know.
Just keep it in context. Just like own what it is for you, and be happy with that.
Yeah, I like Greek yogurt as well. Like Kyle and I will do like a little bit of Greek yogurt and put just like blueberries in it or something. Well, we used to put honey in it, but we're gonna try not to do that.
I actually just started eating honey. It's really good, but like that's better than having other sugars. Yeah. Again, context. If we can take it out, there's bigger foods that have less calories. Maybe like that's what we do for a while. But then also what I find is if you reduce the honey or you reduce what did we talk about earlier, like the stuff we put in coffee. If you reduce those things, when you decide to include them later, you can enjoy them more because either you haven't had it for a while, or I like to say like reduce the frequency. And whenever you do decide to have it, increase the quality. So like if you have less of it, like for instance, if you want to drink less wine, maybe drink less wine, but then whenever you go to drink it, get some really nice wine. So like you enjoy it more. You're also less likely to like go through it all, right? And the same thing can be true for honey. Same thing can be true. Like let's do something extreme, like for ice cream, right? Like if there's like let's just say there was a really expensive, nice ice cream brand, and you just got less of it less often, and then when you got it, you were like, I'm getting the best that there is. Like don't settle for bad cake. Don't settle for bad pizza. Don't settle, fill in the blank. So that's one thing I would say, like, for that example.
Was this helpful?
Oh, definitely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
We went into a rabbit hole I wasn't even expecting. That was fun.
Sorry, I took you that way.
No, it was awesome. That was great, and it gave me an idea for another. I have like the first two definitely planned out. The third one, I might need to put some of this in. There's also some of these that we can add and do again because a lot of people couldn't come tonight. So I can try more foods. Other people can try foods. We can talk labels. Yeah, these are important skills.
And if you guys have suggestions for foods for Taylor to try, let us know.
Pickled eggs.
Ooh.
Pickled anything I hate. But here's another thing. I say I hate foods, but have I tried them? Probably not.
What's a food that you guys tried, not necessarily today, but like that you had never had and didn't think you'd like it, and you're pleasantly surprised?
Mushrooms for me.
I love mushrooms.
Mushrooms are good. That's something I used to not, and then I've been having it lately. And especially, it's like a food that if you cook mushrooms right, and Cassie would probably definitely tell you, it soaks up the flavors of other things, and so it has like a mushroom tint to whatever else you had.
Ceviche.
Mama Becca's has the best ceviche I've ever had, and I love ceviche. So
I've been wanting to try them for years.
Go to Mama Becca's because so they're Peruvian. Their food is, and the Peruvians are the ones that invented ceviche. So good. Just get the fish ceviche.
Will do. I've only had shrimp.
The fish is.
Love it.
Oh, thank y'all. This was good. This turned out about as good as I expected. Yeah.
Sorry I came in late, but I'm glad I made it. Thank you guys.
You rock, man. I can't believe you're not home yet. Where do you live?
West
No,
Norman.
don't tell me. Don't know. We're on Zoom. We're on Zoom.
I was coming from the city, so I'm here. I'm home now. Just haven't gotten out yet.
Got you.
Okay.
Awesome. So
Awesome.
Dinner table.
Thanks, guys.
Let's call this. Let's end this right here. Thank y'all for coming. This was great. See me anytime. Send me messages. See you in the app. Let's do this thing.
See you tomorrow morning, Gabble. Have a ding dong.
Thank y'all.
See you guys. Good stuff.
Bye, guys.
Bye.